Welcome to Tea and Cornbread, a conversation with Shawne and Tracy, where warmth, wisdom, and community come together. Just like a good meal shared with loved ones, our podcast brings heartfelt conversations with incredible people who are making a difference.
We spotlight community leaders, change makers, and everyday heroes who uplift, encourage, and support those around them. Grab a cup of tea, pull up a chair, and join us as we share inspiring stories, real talk, and a whole lot of love. Because when we come together, we nourish more than just our bodies, we feed our souls. Welcome, my Tea and Cornbread podcast listeners, to Tea and Cornbread with Shawne and Tracy. I'm Tracy.
And I am Shawne.
Hey, my sister, how you doing?
I'm amazing. How are
Yes,
you?
I am well also. So what we're going to do is hop right in. We're going to talk about all things us today.
All things us. Yes.
Well, you know what? Kind of all things us and things that are going around
in the
Connecticut.
community.
I don't want to just say Waterbury because
You have
Connecticut,
some. Yeah. Okay.
So we'll talk about those things and let's catch up. What you do this weekend?
We vended at a health fair yesterday,
We
which
did.
was awesome.
It
and Tracy and
was.
I were there on 2 different assignments. And we
She worked dual at her table, and I worked dual too. Every time she
Yeah.
didn't know, but I was peeking over her table, make sure people go over there,
Yeah.
running between her and Double Dutch. So
Yep, we split ourselves all the time.
do.
And then
We
we get
do.
mad at ourselves because we don't take that opportunity to let our listeners to know that we are out there and to
I
introduce them to
know.
other people. So
Yeah, we're
that's
gonna try to
what-
do better on that.
yeah, that we don't think of ourselves when we're out
No,
there. That's
we
why
don't.
we're doing it for
Out there
others.
helping. Yep,
Mhm.
exactly.
But it was great at the same time. Shout out to Waterbury Black Network.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that hosted it and had us all there.
Yes.
And we were able to meet people in the community
Yes.
and show what is available
Mhm.
to them, and learn what's available to us.
Yes.
So yeah, that was awesome.
That was a great event. And one thing that I like about those events is you don't know what you don't know. And what I
Right.
mean by that, you're seeing these people, growing up with these people, and unless you're in contact with them, you don't know what they have going on.
Right.
And it's people of all walks of life and color and ages too. There was a young girl down there with different fragrances and body butters, and then you had the cardiologists, and they were taking blood pressures and
Yeah.
things like that. We even got them out there and jumping and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's really good to see what people are doing. So Waterbury, you got to come out and show up and show out.
Yeah.
It was a good event, and me and Shawne were talking about it earlier, and there are lots of things that's going on. So you just got to pick your poison and work the room,
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna get better at doing live in person because we didn't even think nothing of it, and
Nothing.
other people were doing
They
it.
were
Other-
we were watching them doing it, and you'll probably see us out there on
Right,
their lives. And it's
right.
like, Tea and Cornbread, where you at?
Where
Like
are
at the
you?
end of the day,
Yeah, where are you?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to do better because there's so many different events that's coming up.
Yeah.
That we're going to definitely have another opportunity to be able to show you guys what is actually happening in the community because a lot
Right.
of people don't know.
They don't.
So yeah. So that was my weekend.
Well.
You did
and
something
I
else.
went to the jazz festival last night in Hartford.
Okay.
It was nice, and to see all the people. It was so many people out there.
Was that your first time?
Yes.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
that
okay.
was my first
I've been
time.
here a few times.
Yeah, lots of people.
It was.
It was lots. It was nice, and we stayed just enough. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And the weather was good too. I think
Yeah.
that made another difference. But
Yeah.
the lines were so long to eat.
You gotta go there
From
early.
from the trucks.
Yeah.
The kids would say street meat, but
Street
I don't
meat.
I don't eat meat, so it was kind of like, what are you gonna eat, Tracy?
Right.
So, but no, we had a good time.
They have
It was
plenty
very
of things
nice.
that you can eat. It would be
Yeah.
junk like fried dough.
No, definitely it would be that.
But at the
And
same
that looks
time,
good
no.
too, yeah.
No, they had because they usually have some really
No,
good
there was a vegetarian
variety.
truck out there
Yeah,
too.
they have some varieties.
And like you said, fried fish and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
depended on what you were in the mood for. But
Right.
like I said, the lines were just so long, so many people and everything. But it was a great, great time. And I think today is gospel. Today's the last day,
Is
and I
it?
think it's gospel today. So
Oh.
hope the weather holds up because I think
was
it's
gonna
supposed to
say,
rain.
Yeah,
so
they said it's supposed to be
Yeah.
nasty today.
yep.
But yeah, okay.
Yeah, I seen what's her name out there, Helen.
Yeah.
And then her husband was up on stage
Yeah.
talking because
They've been a part of it.
um,
So we'll do our breathe in.
Yes, ma'am. Then our Jesus is calling,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll get into other events and things that are going on around town that you may not know about, but would help you,
Yeah.
benefit you to come out, check it out. One of the big things I know that's coming up is the fall harvest in September. But like I said, we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we'll see.
All right, cool.
Cool is right.
So
So
we'll do our
yes,
breathing,
ma'am.
and
Let's
then
do
we'll
it.
read our Jesus is calling,
Hmm.
and then we'll jump in.
Jump right in.
All right. So I have lavender,
Hmm.
and lavender is great for the central nervous system. It's great for everybody is familiar with lavender. Lavender is calming, and it brings you centered. And so, and there's it, and it's also a natural antihistamine. So what I mean by that is, if you're sneezing, going into a sneezing fit, or have allergies or whatever, this is what
Gotta
you want to
slow it
have in your
down.
arsenal on a daily basis, and you just breathe it
Hmm.
in when you're having a, itchy eyes, or
Okay.
coughing, things like that. It'll calm it down
I
right
didn't even
away.
know lavender does that.
Yeah,
See?
yeah. Lavender is a
Nice.
great one. So yeah, so we're gonna breathe.
Hmm.
We're going to breathe in through our nose, hold it for 4, breathe out through our mouth, and for a count of 5 or 6. All right. And then
Okay.
we're inhaling our intent for today's conversation, and we're exhaling all that doesn't serve us.
Yes.
Cool. We're going to do that 3 times. And you guys know we do this to calm our nerves because we're always nervous.
Okay.
Right.
I'll go right into Jesus is calling.
Today
Is
is
the
the 20th.
20th. Okay. It says, "Seek my face, and you will find all that you have longed for. The deepest yearnings of your heart are for intimacy with me. I know because I designed you to desire me. Do not feel guilty about talking. Do not feel guilty about taking time to be still in my presence. You are simply responding to the tugs of define, divinity within you. Excuse me, guys. I made you in my image, and I hide heaven in your heart. Your yearnings for me is a form of homesicknessless, sicknessless. Oh, I'm tearing these words up, and I apologize. Longing for your true home in heaven. Do not be afraid to be different from other people. True. The path I have called you to travel is exquisitely right for you. The more closely you follow my leading, the more fully I can develop your gifts. To follow me wholeheartedly, you must relinquish your desire to please other people.
Mm.
However, your closeness to me will bless others by enabling you to shine brightly in this dark world."
Mm.
I don't have anything else to say, but amen.
Amen.
Mm.
Right. You got to
Just gotta let
pause
that
on that
sit
one.
for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, follow him. You'll be all good to everybody else around you,
Mm.
especially yourself first.
Especially
Especially
yourself.
yourself first.
Yeah.
So
Your light. Let your light shine.
definitely that.
That's what I got from that.
Definitely
Let
that.
your light shine.
Hmm.
Don't dim it for anyone.
No, and we
No
constantly
matter
say that.
what.
Yeah.
No matter what. Don't dim it
Hmm.
for anyone. Be
Be
yourself at
yourself.
all times.
Yeah, I agree. I know.
We
And I'm
needed
just sitting
it.
here
We
because
needed.
sometimes we try to fit into that bubble of other people. And whether it's family or friends and people we grew up with, or even in a relationship, sometimes you want to become what that person wants you to become instead of standing still and
Being
being
who you
you.
are.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Yeah. You be you.
be you.
That's it.
That mic drop,
That,
right?
that right there. Mic drop. So
Just be you.
just be you.
I
You
love
know?
that it says you have heaven in your heart.
Heaven in your heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you gotta remember too, even when he said it, when he's working with you, you benefit other people
Yeah.
because when you're glowing and you're happy, that's
It's,
contagious. And the same thing happens when you're angry and you're sad and you're waking
That's
up fussing,
contagious
and
too.
you can't wake up like that. And I'm not saying I have not. I
Right,
have.
right.
But we can't wake up like that. Waking up and, oh, I don't want to go to work. Guess what? You're going to have a bad day.
Exactly.
You already laid out the blueprint. So why not get up? Stretch it
it's gonna
out,
be a
talk
good
with
day.
God,
Yeah.
and get up and just
Yeah.
that song. It's gonna be a good day. I play that in my ear when I feel myself going somewhere, and I don't care if it's in the morning. I'm going to the gym, and it just wasn't my day. I will put that in my ear
Yeah.
and blast it
And blast it.
because it is. Sometimes we just gotta sit.
You have to call it.
Yes,
You have to
yes.
call it.
You're gonna have
Because-
those bumps in the road.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely.
And we have to know how to override those bumps.
Mhm.
Meaning you can't keep them from happening, but
Right.
you can respond. You could control how you respond to it.
Yep. Recognize it and just say, okay,
keep-
wait a minute, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
You're
What am
going
I
down
gonna
the
learn
wrong
in
path.
this? Yeah, no. Or what am I gonna learn?
Yeah.
What do you want? Like, when things are happening that are out of the norm,
Mhm.
or that are very, I don't know,
But,
impactful in a sense, right? I'll say, okay, Lord, what you want me to learn in this?
But that's not out of the norm because that's what he's planned for to happen. It's just how we react to it, how we're going to, like you just said, learn from it.
Right.
It's out of the norm. I get what you're saying, but is it really out of the norm? It's maybe there's a
It's
lesson
part
to
of
be
life,
learned,
yeah.
or maybe
That-
it's something
I
to
asked
say.
that
Let's
question.
not do this again, or
Absolutely.
do it a different way. So, because I don't know, we always talk about common sense, and I always say common sense is not that common.
Not that common
So
to a certain extent.
yeah, because me and Brian has this conversation all the time. He swears common sense is common, and I'm like, yeah, but we grew up in a different time than people, so maybe our communication is different, our understanding on things is different, but yeah, common sense. We could have a whole podcast on common sense,
We sure can.
but not today.
And one of the right. One of the things that I like to say all the time is the only person you can change is you.
That's it.
The
That's
only person you
it.
can change is you. So if you're harboring or you're always mad, if you're going to work, like you said, if you wake up talking about I can't stay in my job or whatever, your day is going to be a bad day. And you are attracting that.
Right.
And so my whole
Right.
thing is, why do you keep going to work that you don't like?
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you have no choice but to be there,
Mhm.
then you have to change your
Yes.
mindset about it so that life is a little better and you're not always mad, angry,
Right. Find something
and
you
not
like,
doing
something you love.
right. But not everybody has that. You know what I mean? Not everybody knows what that is.
Oh no,
And so-
people, you got to find yourself.
Right, but most people don't know.
Yeah.
And so people say, I have to work, which we do. We all have to work. We all have to make some income in order to live, right? So why set yourself up for disaster
Mm-hmm.
by going to work every morning saying, I hate my job, or I can't stand this, or like you said, waking up angry, waking up, with that anxiety of not going to work. I know somebody that has anxiety like to the max just pulling up in the parking lot of their job because they hate it so bad. So then either if you're not going to leave, you have to say, you know what, thank you, Lord, for this job, because there's people out here that don't have one, and there's people out here that's looking for one that can't get hired, that won't get that are not getting hired, and even that person that you don't like, that coworker that you butt heads with, Lord, give us peace today. It can be just that simple, and that's walking into the door. Put your hedge of protection over yourself. Put your full armor on, because the battle's not yours. You're just being prepared. You're just being covered. So cover yourself every time you're going into your job that you do not like.
And it's not even just your job. It's just waking up every day. You're angry because
What?
the kids was too loud,
What?
or I don't know, dinner burnt last night and you still mad. It be some silly stuff that we
Silly
wake
stuff.
up angry about is all we're saying. Just don't carry it. And
Don't carry
listen, when we say this, I'll say for myself, I'm not perfect, and I've done it, and I have to correct it
Yep.
time and time again. But I recognize it,
Yeah.
and I know that I have to correct. I could have came in here this morning mad because I had to get up, but why? Because I
Look,
like doing what I'm doing, though.
right,
So
but-
one, I'm not going to do that, or carried what may have been going on
Yes,
in my
yeah,
life and
yeah.
brought it into here. It does not benefit me, It does not benefit Shawne. It doesn't benefit Kyle or L.
And it
For me
doesn't
to come in
benefit our
here.
audience.
Yeah.
For us to come in
Yeah.
with this, but we are real,
Right.
knowing that
Right.
sometimes
you're gonna have those days.
stuff happens,
Yes.
and it will derail you, and it
Mhm.
will set your day up
Yeah.
for good or bad.
Yeah.
So today is a good day.
Today is a good
Today
day.
is a good day.
Yes.
We are laughing at ourselves because whenever we have an opportunity, to go live or what we're doing in the community, we don't.
We learning.
We don't, but we will.
Yeah.
Our next we have a couple of things
She
that we
not
want
gonna
to
say
announce
nothing about our
later.
next event. We just gonna
No.
show you.
Okay,
We
there
just
we
gonna
go.
yeah. We just gonna show you
There
as
we
we
go.
watched everybody else filming us and
Right.
going live. We didn't even think about tea and
Right.
cornbread.
We did not.
But we gonna do better, like she said. We gonna do
Absolutely.
better.
And that goes to rather the anxiety that we have to a certain extent. I don't like to use the word anxiety. To me, that's a
Yeah.
medical term, right? To me, that's a diagnosis. So I'm just gonna say, sometimes we get a little, ooh, oh, wait, okay, what do we do? So this is why we do the breathing before each episode,
Right.
because we do have that, like, oh, all
We
right,
get
wait a minute.
nervous,
Yeah,
yeah.
that nerves,
We just get
the
nervous.
nerves. But we're being ourselves at the same
Yeah.
time, and we are definitely walking, like he said, like the word said today,
Yes.
is walking in our purpose
Mhm.
and allowing ourselves to be who we are, and hopefully it helps someone out there because we're here serving. That's what this is all
That's all
about.
we
It's about
doing.
serving and getting information out that some people may not know about.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I mean, this is, you know what, for me, this is kind of therapy too.
Mm.
Because, we go back to the first time we recorded, we were just audio.
Yeah.
And I think I was so comfortable not being on the camera that it just
that you
worked.
couldn't see us.
I could,
right?
yeah. There was
Mhm.
no face, there was no expressions, there was no, oh, how I sound, how I look. So this is kind of therapy for me too, to be up here to talk to the different people, which I love interviewing our people.
Yes.
They come with some knowledge, with some education. Um,
Things you wouldn't even know, like you
yes.
mentioned, people we saw yesterday that we hadn't
Mhm.
seen in a while, or that you didn't know that they were doing
Doing
certain
stuff,
things.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So people are out there. People are out there. We just got to make sure we're getting the information to you. And like Shawne always says, is there anything that you want to talk about, you want to see up here? Let us know. Comment, like, subscribe. And I will say it again at the end, because that's very important to keep us going too.
right.
And it keeps us on the path of knowing if what we're doing right,
Right.
or what you need more of,
right.
or,
or even if this is something people want.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Is this something that you want or need, or are you finding value in it?
There you go.
Are you finding value in what we're doing?
There you
That's
go.
because that's the purpose of doing this. This is not just because we want to talk on the microphone.
Exactly. But I've
This is
learned
not
so
for
much.
us.
So I'm hoping that we are giving you something, because I've learned so much just talking to the different people and seeing all the avenues and education that people
right.
are giving back just to each other, to the youth, looking out for the men and the women all around. People are doing the doggone thing.
And if you notice, the common thread is for a better life, a better you, a wellness all over.
You got to take care of
That's
you.
what the common thread is for the people that we bring on, because it just back to, if you don't take care of your body, where you gonna
Where
live?
you gonna live?
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
that is not my quote. I found that quote years ago, and it had no
Author?
yeah, no author. So I've been using it, but it's not trademark or
Now the
anything.
person coming.
It's not
Now the
no,
people
it's
family
not
coming. No.
right. It's not trademark. So, but it's used out there everywhere. But
And it
it's
makes sense
a
when you think about
profound
it. It just
statement,
makes sense.
And one that I did make up is wellness is not an option; it's mandatory. Wellness is not an option.
And I think
it's
we see
mandatory.
that, more now than ever. People are wanting to try to take better care of
No,
themselves.
not wanting to try.
That didn't come out right.
to
Kyle,
take care
take
of
that out of there.
themselves.
Take that. That did not come out right.
Wanting
Yeah.
to take care of themselves.
No, they are.
So we're going to segue into some of the things that are going to be happening in the next few weeks, and next couple of months. So you had one not announcement, but some information about Double Dutch and how Double Dutch is expanding.
Yeah, our as Go
Power in your body,
Arlinda, who
right?
does Power in Your Body, has Double Dutch Therapy that she started in Bridgeport too. They're up and running, um, which I'm so proud of her. And I don't say that being funny. Arlinda is really out there beating them streets, making sure people are getting
Connecting.
what they need.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So she has started a women's group in Bridgeport, Double Dutch Therapy. You could go out there on Facebook, check out their site and everything. I went out there, pretty cool, a little jealous, but I think
That's
because
being real, right?
yeah, yeah, I'm like, even looking at their t-shirts, I'm like, wait, why they got t-shirts like this and ours look like that?
Okay.
But I'm proud of her and happy for her. So I just wanted to mention that. Big ups to her. She started us off with Power in Your Body. We split off to Do You Go. We do 40 plus double dutch, and now she started another group. So, and she said, one of the things that she found out because she's from Bridgeport is they wanted it. And
Okay.
I totally do know that, from bringing Bridgeport last month, they want that. So
Okay.
good kudos to her. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe one day, and I don't remember the days that she's doing it. And again, I'm mentioning it because again, we don't only serve Waterbury,
Right.
so there may be someone listening that also wants to hook up and check
Get
out
a
Double
start.
Dutch.
Yeah.
It's a great exercise and it's fun.
And it's open to all, right? It's
Hmm.
open to all. And I think with Power Your Body, you have to be what,
18
18?
and over.
Yeah, Power in Your Body, you do have it is for adults, 18
Hmm.
and up. So that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
In women,
Right.
right? So it doesn't matter who you are because someone asked yesterday, well, can I be a part of it?
Hmm.
Yes, you can. You
Yep.
can be a part of it. It's for women 18 and up.
18 and up.
They meet on Mondays at the North End Rec here in Waterbury. Mondays, the North End Rec every other Monday,
Hmm.
right? You can go on Facebook and look for Power in Your Body, I
Yep.
believe. There's a
Yep.
Facebook page called Power in Your Body. So check that out for all updates and information. And all you have to do is show up. You don't have to have anything, doesn't cost anything. Just show up.
Hmm.
You will have such a good time. A woman yesterday, she says, I don't know when the last time I jumped rope.
Everybody
And she was
says
in her
that.
40s and she says, I think it was like middle school's the last time. This is great for movement. If you're a person that doesn't like the gym, because I don't like the gym,
Hmm.
if you're a person that doesn't like the gym and you're stuck in your house and have you're doing the monotony of the same thing over and over again, come on out. Come on out. It's a great sisterhood.
Yes, it is.
You would be surprised on how much you would really really
Hmm.
love it. Also, it helps to get that circulation going. It's great for the heart. It's
Definitely.
great for the whole body, the full body,
Hmm.
mind, body, and spirit. So yeah, come on out. Come on
Hmm.
out.
And you
Um,
don't have to, people say that all the time. I haven't jumped or I don't know how to jump. We're more than willing to help you.
yeah, they do everything else too. Hula
Hmm.
hoop.
Hula
If you
hoop,
think about what you used to do
dancing, a little bit of
when we were
dancing.
in kids playing
Hmm.
outside because we played outside.
Yeah.
So that's basically what
And
it is.
Arlinda has all kinds of toys, so I can't even.
It's
She
crazy.
has all kinds of different gadgets that she finds and she brings, and it's like we're like a little kid in a candy store. Yep, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try that. She had bought a pogo stick before. Yep, I
Oh
got
my
on it.
goodness, that was dangerous.
It was because I
Pogo
fell off
stick.
it. I fell off the pogo stick.
But it helps with balance. Helps with balance and it gets you moving more ways than one. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
check
So,
that out. Check that out. And then 40 plus is on Wednesday nights. Same
Wednesday
thing.
nights,
You
Washington
you do
Park.
have to be 40. That one you do have to be
Mm-hmm.
40. Doesn't matter who you are. Just come out. If you're a woman and you're 40 years old, does not matter who you are.
Right.
Come on out. Just show up at the Washington Park on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. from 6 to 8.
Hmm.
Like I said, just show up. That's all you got to do, and you'll be welcome with open
And
arms.
you will.
Be ready to move. Be ready to move. Be ready to dance. All of that.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the other thing. The other thing that we're having is a tea party. That's one of our annual events that we have, which is fundraisers: $30 per adult, $20 per child, 17 and under, and that is going to be at the the Now Auditorium on August 16th. You can also go to the website at northendcoop.com to register for that event. And please bring anyone and everyone. Someone asked me yesterday, is it for everyone? Yes, it's for everyone. and we get dressed up.
That's what I was gonna say.
But
Did you say the time?
the time's at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 to 5. So let me tell you something. Our tea party is different, right? It is different because yes, we get dressed up. We put our little fascinators on. You don't have to, but that's what we do. And bring the girls. You know, if you have a young lady or you're around a bunch of girls, you know, bring them out so that they can experience this. But what the twist is that we do, we have a herbalist that presents, and she teaches us how to blend our own custom teas. So we have the teacups, you know, real china that we're using, and people have donated also. So if you want to come and just experience a good old fashioned tea party, come on down, go to our website and register at northandcoop.com and go to the events tab, and you will see the more information on that. Come on out and
Yeah,
learn
you'll
how to
enjoy
blend.
yourself.
Yeah,
You
and
will
blend your
enjoy
own
yourself.
tea. Men are welcome also. Come
Yes.
on out.
Yeah.
Last year we had one guy,
Yeah.
and he said, you know, he wanted to learn about the tea. So
Mm-hmm.
we're hoping he's watching this episode. We're gonna reach out to him to make sure that he comes again.
Yes.
But yeah, when you leave from there, and you know, food, you know, you're gonna eat. It's not tea and crumpets. We're not doing tea and crumpets. It's actually this is a different type of tea party. But
You'll
you're gonna
enjoy
leave
yourself.
with
And you'll have, I
education.
was going to say, and you'll have some knowledge on
Yeah.
teas and the benefits of them too.
Yeah. Also. Yep.
Nice,
All
nice,
right. All
nice.
right. That was a lot of information.
Yeah, but it was
But
all
we'll
good information, and this is
yeah.
what people need,
And
so
we'll
they
have
could
the
plan
links.
accordingly.
Right, and we'll have the links in the description with the
Yeah.
flyers and everything too.
One thing I wanted to really quickly talk about, I went to Seeds Planting Seeds
Oh,
last
right.
Saturday. And it was an awesome program. We always say this, and you got to make the time, like the kids, educating them. Everybody down there was so awesome, and I love his program because he works with young men. And sometimes it's just awesome that he's working with the young men. And it's awesome to see that. And I don't know how many people know about his program. You hear about it. He talks about it when he comes to when we
The
do.
fall harvest.
Yes, he talks
Oh,
about it.
I didn't say that, but go ahead.
Yeah, he talks about it when he does that. They were so polite, such gentlemen, so helpful, just little things. And you notice those things because you don't see it that often anymore. So he's doing a great job down there, even with us planting. I took my 11-year-old granddaughter, Talia, with me, and I didn't get to go back. I wanted to go back this Saturday so I could see our progress of what we had planted. I didn't get to make it, but hopefully I could stop down there one day this week and probably check it out, But yeah, it's a great program. So
and-
bring the kids.
Yeah, Seeds Planting Seeds, partnering with Urban Fresh Garden is the garden that she's talking about. Urban Fresh Garden on Hill Street, that's run by
Greg?
Gregory Knight. Brain fart. Gregory Knight. He is a horticulturist and a farmer, and man, oh man, he's so knowledgeable about
Yes.
a lot of things. So yeah,
Yes.
and then there's we're doing Seeds Planting Seeds with Reed School in conjunction with Reed School also. And to register for that, I have to find the link for that. And that's happening on Wednesdays, and this Wednesday coming is the first Wednesday. So that's happening on Wednesdays. They're going to be doing it with the middle school kids,
What's the time?
6th grade and up, from 3 to 5.
Okay.
From 3 to 5 at Reed School on North Main Street. And yeah, you got to register for that too. So I have to get the link for that and put that in the description.
Okay.
So, and then our fall harvest is coming.
Woo,
How
woo.
could I forget about that? Our fall harvest is happening September 6th at Grace Baptist Church from 12 to 4. We're going to have all kinds of different vendors there, all about wellness and health and food, growing your own food, things like that. Also, we usually have a panel discussion with a couple of the vendors that are doing different things, and specifically the farmers. So yeah, come on out to that. And it's September 6th. Go to our website and register on I'm sorry, not register. If you are a person that has a business and would like to vend, please reach out to us on our website at northandcoop.com, or you can email me directly at 50thepodcast@gmail.com. I have so many doggone emails. So, yeah, so you can email me there, or you can text me at 203-754-7666 if you want more information on how you can participate in the fall harvest. So, yeah, that's
Yeah,
another one.
come out. Again, I'll
Yeah.
say to Waterbury, come out. We have a lot of things that are happening around us,
Yeah.
and we just need to support it.
Yeah.
If it's nothing else, it's educational.
Right.
Bring the children out. Walk around to your local vendors. Some of them are not even local. Some of them
Right.
come from different
Different towns,
towns, different
surrounding towns.
states, and they bring their specialty of what they're doing. It's very educational to see what some of the farmers are doing, and when they do the panel and the education and the questions, I love that question and answer time because people are really interested in growing their own
Food.
fruits,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
vegetables, and nobody knows how to get started. And someone has said, and I think it was Patrick when he was here, you could start growing in the bathroom. Not to be funny, but he's just saying
You can grow in
you
your
have
house.
you could
If
just you have space, you can start to grow. But back to the fall harvest, I'm saying come out, make
Yeah.
Grace Baptist parking lot so you don't
Full.
see the
Yeah.
pavement.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So we got to come out. People are trying to give us what we need. We just got to come in and
And
take
then,
it.
I'm one of my missions, personal mission, is to show people the grocery store is not the only place you get food.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because people, when someone made a post one day and they said, "How are we going to eat healthy if the food is being recalled?"
Right.
And I'm like,
Right.
there's so many farms in Connecticut
Around.
alone.
Yes.
We won't even talk about it outside of Connecticut. But you go to your farmers markets, you go
Hmm.
to your farms. You can go onto the state of Connecticut's website and look up the farms.
Hmm.
Every single farm in Connecticut, there's so many. The grocery store is not the only place to get food. And truth be told, is the food really real that we're getting from the
Yeah.
grocery store? Don't let me go down that rabbit hole.
Nope. We're
But
not gonna let you.
there, if you're driving, if you have a car, there's no limit to where you can go
Hmm.
to get food. Cheshire has a lot of farms. I went to a new one the other day. What is it called? Oh man, I forget the name of it. But they have. I'll put it in the description. I forget the name of it, or just that quick. But anyway, it's so many different farms that you can get food, and you can get food that's local, that's real, okay, that's real, and nutritionists,
What's the?
nutrition,
There's a program here in Waterbury, isn't there? City Harvest. Do they do? What's
Brass
is
City
that?
Harvest.
Breast? Yeah. What is
Brass
that?
City Harvest. Yeah, you can. Oh, matter of fact, yeah, Brass City. You can also get food from there, right down in South off of South. What is it, South Maid? Is it South Maid Road?
I don't know where they're at.
I'm
You know what? I
I'm
see them,
sorry.
but I don't know where
Brass
they're
City Harvest. Just go on
located.
to, yeah, go to their website. They have a website. They also have a Facebook page and all of that, and they do the farmers markets
Yeah,
around
that's
Waterbury,
what I see
and
them.
you can just there, right? Jarjuras is another place. You don't have to go to the
Hmm.
big box stores and be subjected to their recalls. I digress. But anyway, we have options.
Right.
Is the
That's
point.
all.
You have
That's all.
options. Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you grow plants in your house, you can grow food in your house.
Yeah. Wow.
Believe it, you can. Just check it out. You can YouTube it. YouTube
Hmm.
University. It's free.
There you go.
It
Yes.
is free.
Yes. I'm
But
trying to
yeah,
think. Yeah, we covered a lot of stuff. I'm
we
trying to
did.
think. Did we miss anything though? Oh, I think we were supposed to touch on or wanted to touch on anxiety, what it is, and how does that affect your life, kind of too.
Well, I
You didn't like diagnosis of
right. I don't
anxiety.
like well, and I'm not gonna say I don't like the word. Put it that. I'm not gonna say that. What I mean by that is when we always say, I have anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
just like we talked about, if you wake up in the morning upset, mad, or fussing at somebody immediately when you get up and things like that, you set your day up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with
Mm-hmm.
being
Mm-hmm.
anxious. When you're anxious about doing things, or so we're always anxious, right? And that's normal. It's a normal feeling, believe it or
Yes.
not. It really is a normal feeling because that means your body's working correctly, right? Your brain is working correctly. But at the same time, there's ways that you can calm down, and like the deep breathing and using essential oils. And for those that, if you don't have essential oils, just taking that moment
Sitting
to
and
deep
meditating.
breathe, right? And meditate. Meditate is different for everybody. Everybody goes, yeah, but what is that? And how do you do it? And this and that. I don't want to get caught up in you doing this or doing that. If you just
What we
sat
got to do what works for
and
you.
take a breath, because we are always flying. We're always
Your nerves. Your
yeah,
nerves will
but
get
we're
the best of
always
you.
rushing. That's a form of it too, right? We're always rushing. We do not calm down. We don't take a moment to breathe. We don't take a moment to rest, And so that's one of the things that I try to do more of is to rest. And rest just means calm my brain, you know.
Shut everything down for a
Shut
second.
and when people say they can't sleep, I'm not one that can't sleep. I can sleep.
You can make
You know what I
yourself.
mean?
Yeah.
But I'm on purpose and intentional about it too because I do breathe before I go to sleep. I do my prayers and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. And
Yeah.
I don't have the phone next to me. And I turn my phone off. My phone goes on do not disturb. So there's different things that you can do
Yeah.
to
Depending
calm
on your
down.
lifestyle, I truly do believe that. But I think anxiety for me is more or less nervousness. Believe it or not, I have a problem walking into a room full of people.
Do you?
I do. It's by myself?
Do you?
Yeah. I do.
But see,
Not
that's where
we're not
what you just read, right,
uh-huh.
is walking with your light, knowing that you already
I don't want you
have
to
that.
see me when I walk in a room, though.
But
I'm the opposite,
but that's not
though.
what God just said
No,
to
no,
you.
no. I hear
That's not
what
what he
I
just
read and I
said.
understood, but that's part of my anxiety. That's part of my nervousness, is to walk into a space where you'll meet me there. I don't want you to meet me there. Let's go together. You understand what I'm saying? And I have to get over that.
You do get over it because you've done it. You've walked.
Very seldom. Or okay, what I'm
you've
doing,
done it.
what I do, calling you on the phone. Where you at? You where? To the left, to the right. You understand? I got to make sure there's a connection in that room.
Really?
I don't know why though. I get very nervous walking into a crowd of people, and I may know everybody in the room.
There was a time when I was like that a long time ago when I first opened the shop, and there were a lot of things about business I didn't know, and for me to learn it without having to like always go to a classroom. The Chamber of Commerce had so many different free classes for business owners and to learn more about it. And I would take my receptionist, but a lot of times if she didn't go, I would just have to go because I had to learn
had
it,
to do it,
you
yeah.
know. But and I wasn't as verbal in like I am now. Like I would go in the room and be quiet, but I'd get out. I'd learn so much in that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it. I get
Yeah.
it. But now I'm like, hey,
See, yeah.
how you doing?
I'm still, I swear I'm still working on it. Even when we go to events, and I'll talk about the Jazz Fest yesterday. There was so many people. I'm thinking, okay, let's find a spot and just sit down. I don't want to walk around finding a spot. Like I don't know. I get very nervous about that. And I'm early on purpose.
I know.
'Cause
She's
I'm-
always early.
Because I
That's
want
a good
I want
thing.
you
I
to
wanna
walk in and
learn
I'm
that
there,
myself.
but I don't want to
I
walk
need to
in
get that.
and everybody's there. I'm okay being the first one in the room
Okay.
and waiting for people to come in. So I do have to learn. Jan tells me that all the time. She said, you will go in the room and stand in the corner and don't say nothing to nobody
Yeah.
if they don't say nothing to you. Not on purpose or not because I
you-
don't like
you've
you,
come
but I
out,
just...
no, you've loosened up a lot. You have, and just with Double Dutch. Double Dutch has brought in. That is not a word.
We're not talking right today.
Right? Double Dutch has brought your light out. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I did yesterday? I talking to you on the phone at the event yesterday.
Mhm.
And I parked on the same street you parked. You said, you want me to come out and move my car? I didn't want you to come out and move your car because I knew you were going to take me through that side door right there. I walked all the way around the building and came from behind y'all.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to walk through that gate. And do not ask me why. I don't know why. I do not like
That's
for
all right.
people to be...
You've come a
don't
long
know.
way, though. You've come a long way. Just with
And I know
traveling
that's a part of
with-
anxiety, though.
Yeah, but even with traveling with Double Dutch, you know what I mean? Would you have? You know?
Right.
You
No,
wouldn't
I
have,
agree.
you
I
know?
guess baby steps, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. And I think I'm talking about it because it's like I think people think, oh, you're older, and you don't have those things. Those things don't affect you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, reality, it still affects me.
Right.
And maybe Shawne is hitting the nail right on the head. I'm coming out of it.
Yeah.
And I have to recognize that.
And
I have to
right. You have
recognize
to
that.
recognize that and give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Give yourself grace, because you know what? Regardless, though, we're over 50.
I know.
So being over 50,
I know.
we have a
I
different.
mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah,
We
no,
proud.
no, no. When
We
I'm,
proud.
right, that's my point. You know, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
not as shy as you were before.
No, I
You're
used
not.
to hate to walk into the shop and it was a bunch of people.
I know,
And
which
not
is
even a bunch
crazy.
of people was in there, but
You
it was
knew every
people
single
in there,
person in
right?
there.
It's like, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm over
That's
that
all
part
right.
of it, but
She's
yeah,
over that. She's over
I'm over that part of it.
But still, going back to walking with your light, knowing what your purpose is, knowing that you are.
Yeah.
Period.
That's it.
No word after
That's
that.
it.
You are.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Or I am. You know,
Mhm.
that's that other phrase, right? I
Right,
am.
right.
You know,
Finish-
and knowing
finish that.
Yeah.
But I
what-
do that sometimes too. I look in the mirror and you have to remind yourself sometimes because you will go left. You have to remind yourself, I am that person. I am awesome. I am awesome, y'all.
Yes.
You
she
got to remind
is.
yourself. No,
She-
no, I'm
she
just
is.
saying in
No,
general.
no, right. Yeah.
You just
that's-
got to remind
You know
yourself.
what they call that? They call that mirror work.
Yeah.
And that was hard for me to do. That was an assignment in a group I was in to do
Yeah.
mirror work. And your limiting beliefs about yourself. That's where
Right.
that comes in. That's what we're working on now. And these
Yeah.
since January, working on your limiting beliefs about yourself. And where does it come from? How deep does it go?
How
Because
deep does it
usually
go?
it starts from childhood.
Growing up.
Yeah, it starts from childhood. If someone said something negative to you or someone told you, you know, because you're fearless until you learn, don't touch that. Don't go over there. Don't be loud. Be quiet. Don't this, don't that.
Yes.
Before
Yes.
that, a kid, a 3-year-old
They don't have no
toddler,
fear. They not, yeah,
not at all.
none.
Not at all.
And that's
It's
why we
taught.
say words matter. And we had that segment too before. Words matter. How we talk to each other. And
Yeah.
it doesn't just go for children, it goes for adults. We have to be
But how do you talk to yourself? That's what
Definitely.
we're talking about, right?
Definitely.
It's
Yeah.
speaking nicely to yourself. So there's her name is Toni Jones, Toni.
I
I
think you talked
believe-
about her before, yeah?
Yeah, on YouTube that is affirmation. She does affirmation music, and she has one song called "Talk to Me Nicely." You know, and that really does make a big difference on how do you talk to yourself.
Right.
How do you perceive yourself?
You don't got to
know,
wait for somebody to validate you.
You don't at all. I had to learn that. I learned that. I think, but I'm that person. When I turn 40, I'm a this. When I turn 50, I'm a. So when I turn 50, I'm like, no is a complete sentence,
Yeah.
and I don't care what you think about me. You know, I don't think I ever really did care about what people thought about me, but really, when I turned 50,
All
I'm
bets
like,
were off.
What? Done. Done. If I don't feel good about it,
Yeah.
it's not happening.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't feel good about it, it's not happening. Plain and simple.
Right.
I know my limits, and I know me. You know, so and I'm learning me even more deeper,
Right.
which is not easy because when you go deeper, it don't feel good.
Yeah.
It does not feel good because then you realize, wait a minute, especially when you realize you are the common thread, the common denominator when you think about the things that are always happening to you that's not positive.
Becoming. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you also have to give yourself the things when things are happening that are positive. You give
You gotta-
yourself that same
Yes. Pat
feel-
yourself on the back and say,
absolutely.
hey, good going.
Absolutely. It's
Good
great
job.
when people notice things, but you don't do things to get noticed.
You don't do things to get noticed. And something you said too, again, talking with Yana, I would say, oh, such and such, da, 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 da. And she would kind of check me and say, well, you didn't need him or her to say that about you.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, well, I didn't mean it like I needed him to say it. It made me feel good. But yes, but that's already who you are.
But you want to feel
recognize,
good.
yeah,
you
recognize that. You don't need that
it.
person to say
Right,
that. But
right.
I guess maybe I was glowing it up more than it needed to be. Like,
No.
Tracy, don't forget who you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't
well,
forget who
you just
are.
said you're awesome.
I am, though. I'm
And
that
so,
person.
But when somebody gives a compliment, just like, so I don't know if this is relevant, but it is kind of, I guess. But like yesterday, right? Yesterday, one of my girlfriends called me, and we're gonna go to this gathering together. And I was
Okay.
like, I bought 2 tickets, so come on, you gonna go with me? You know, da da da. I said, because something was said, and I said, am I setting myself up? Because I'll get there and leave.
If you don't,
If I
right.
don't feel good about it, if the energy ain't right when I walk in the room,
And that's what we have options.
I
You can do that
will
though.
leave. Okay.
You can.
But she called and she said, Shawne, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take the day off. And I was on the
Nice.
phone in the grocery store and I had it. And I said, oh, I'm so excited. Thank you. Yes. Oh, good. I'm so happy. Da da da. And it was a woman that heard me. She says, thank you. That made me happy. Whatever you're happy about,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
happy too. You know what I mean?
See, there we
and
go.
so I said, good. Have a great day. She says, thank you. You too.
Yes.
I know that lady from Adams. She just happened to
But
be.
those words, hearing you being excited and being
Exactly.
happy,
So
it
think
rubbed
about
off
it's
on
contagious,
her.
right?
Yeah.
So when somebody is complimenting you and you're saying that, you know, it's not that you needed it. It's like, thank you.
And you know how I am because you and Linda
Yeah.
always said to me, y'all would say something and I always said a negative. Y'all be like,
Right,
shut it down,
always
shut it down.
shut
Like,
it
be
down.
quiet. Don't say nothing
We
else.
call it deflecting.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could say your earrings is nice.
always-
And I'll be like, oh, they ain't mine. I borrowed them from,
Right.
you know.
Just
they be
say
like,
thank you.
Who even asked
Just
you that?
say thank you.
Yeah.
That's it.
so,
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to wrap up.
We do.
We have to wrap.
We
up.
do.
So I hope that there was some value in this conversation,
know.
even though we were just having a conversation.
That's it.
But remember those events that are happening. It's a lot going on, but we'll have all that information in the description. I hope.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Comment.
And we're trying to get to
1,000
1,000 subscribers.
Subscribe. It costs
So
nothing.
Yeah, it costs nothing.
Click that
so
button.
click that button. Share this with everyone. Share the
Yes.
channel with everyone. Don't forget to comment if you have any topics or know of anybody that would be interesting for, you know, the wellness sector, whatever that is. If you know somebody that you think would be very interesting.
Look, we're
for us
human. We're
to
going to make mistakes. So.
Interview, just, you know, reach
yes,
out to us.
yes.
And
Any
give us
ideas
some
you have,
information.
comments that you have. Yes, definitely.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to our producer, Kyle. Kyle, yay.
Thank you.
All right. So have a great one. And remember, if you don't take care of your body, where you going to live?
Period.
Okay.